I mean, we should hate those people for coming here. Damn them. I had someone tell me that he wanted them enslaved if they came here illegally. Whoa, that's a too far. Timeout. Too far. Whoever Buddy is, lock him up. I managed to convince him he was so in fearmonger that it made him think that this was a reasonable thing to a person when it normally wouldn't be. Yeah, no, I'm not. My thing is this: it is cheaper to like again. There are multiple countries that they could have stopped in because when you look at these the immigrants, they're coming from here, they're coming from there, they're coming from everywhere, right? But they're all coming primarily over our southern border, right? Number one thing I want to do, the text in Texas, they should not be busing them anywhere else, busting them, flying them, none of that. That should be illegal. Because if you're talking about, you said it's a national security risk, right? Why would you fly a terrorist deeper into our country? Why would you provide him free transportation to then set up base deeper into the country? Make that make sense to me. I want somebody to argue why that makes sense. Anybody, anybody, anybody. A possible why would you fly a possible terrorist deeper into the United States? Make it make sense. That is a grave crime against national security. Grave crime. I feel like personally, these governors that do that, they should be impeached immediately. Impeached immediately. That should be unacceptable. Unacceptable. That should be a federal crime. They should be locked up for that. You should not be able to do that. Now, the federal government does have a role to play in actually helping them. They are here illegally. That means they're coming to. That means there are means to come into America. It makes it unfair for people who pay thousands to come here illegally. Da 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 da. I get you. I'm tracking what you're saying, but that don't answer what I'm talking about. That don't answer what I'm talking about. If somebody's here illegally and they're in Texas, why would you fly them or bus them to New York? Well, we don't even know if they're terrorists or if they're illegal. No, but here's the thing. No, I'm battling their framing of it because they frame it as it's this great national security risk and all this stuff, right? But why bust them further into the United States? Why fly them further into the United States? That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. Hold on. I'm trying to see. Flying illegals into sanctuary cities because those cities can handle the amount of illegals versus the southern border that don't agree with accepting illegals because they don't know how much the total cost will hurt the city. I mean, here's the thing, though, right? Here's the thing, and people aren't gonna like it. Like, you can kind of just like build a makeshift area where they can just chill at. They can chill. You give them water, you give them food, and you tell them to chill. That's it. They should not be getting moved into cities. You know what I'm saying? And we're spending 7.7 billion on them. And it's not that they all are terrorists. I'm not saying that. I'm saying there's a possibility that we could have moved some of them further in. They're complaining about the gangs. Hold on, what? Oh, hold on. Okay, I allowed it. I allowed that message to get put out now. Like I can understand a place them to a place with pre-made house. If we're just gonna ship them someplace, it needs to be prearranged and not just across the country, screw straight over. Exactly. Texas gets money to take care of that. If they need more money, that's fine. That's why I say, take money from Texas if they want to ship them. If you're going to ship them someplace, da 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 da, and then I retyped it without. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I mean, you can delete the other message if you want. I'll just yeah, you can delete the other message if you want to. Hold on. I'll just do it. I'll just do it myself. I'll just delete it. I deleted it for you. So we can just have it up out of here. It's cool. You retyped it. All right. So With that being said, let's get into the American Academy. What is this?
In recent weeks, Americans have been horrified to see students and faculty at Harvard and other once respected universities expressing
So much
support for the
disrespect.
savages and jihadists who attacked Israel. We spend more money on higher education than any other country, and yet they're turning our students into communists and terrorists and sympathizers of many, many different dimensions. We can't.
So I'm going to answer your question. So no, this isn't Trump University, because we all know that was a scam. It was a failure, and it all closed down. All right. Now, with that being said, and that's part of why I don't like this guy. Um, what he's saying here is that he's saying that American universities are indoctrinating kids to uh have sympathy towards Palestine. And I'm going to say straight up, that's further from the truth. You have people, when this first peaked off, going online and seeing multiple videos of children crushed under rubble. Okay. They is that a great value water? Yeah, it is. It is great value. It is great value. I'm cheap. Water is water. Um, just a friendly reminder to what? Oh, I do need to call them. I do need to call them. Um, but this is about universities. He feels like they're programming kids to be anti-Israel, which is not the case. People just realize like you don't have to literally carpet bomb an entire area and displace millions and millions of people and cut off their water, cut off their access to food, cut off their access to electricity, medical supplies, like all of that. You don't have to do that to an entire population to get out a small group of terrorists.
Dramatically different. Under
Mm-hmm.
the plan I'm announcing today, we will take the billions and billions of dollars
Yeah.
that we will collect by taxing, fining, and suing excessively large private university endowments. And we will then use that money to endow a new institution called the American Academy. Its mission will be to make a truly world class education available to every American, free of charge, and do it without adding a single dime to the federal debt. This institution will gather an entire universe of the highest quality educational content covering the full spectrum of human knowledge and skills and make that material available to every American citizen online for free. Whether you want lectures or an ancient history.
Wait. What the fuck? This took a hard left. I gotta go back. Cause what the fuck are you talking about?
Than any other country, and yet they're turning our students into communists and terrorists and sympathizers of many, many different dimensions. We can't let this happen. It's time to offer something dramatically different.
Okay.
Under the plan I'm announcing today, we will take the billions and billions of dollars that
Yeah.
we will collect by taxing, fining, and suing excessively large private university endowments. And we will then use that money to endow a new institution called the American Academy. Its mission will be to make a truly world class education available to every American, free of charge, and do it without adding a single dime to the federal debt. This institution will gather an entire universe of the highest quality educational content covering the full spectrum of human knowledge and skills and make that material available to every American citizen online for free. Whether you want lectures or ancient histories or an introduction to.
If you're gonna do this, why would you get rid of the Department of Education? And so you're gonna get this money from suing universities that might be teaching diversity and inclusion, equity and what? You're gonna you're gonna sue a private institution for teaching what they want to teach. So African American history, that might be too much. Are you fucking me?
Financial accounting or training in a skilled trade, the goal will be to deliver it and get it done properly using study groups, mentors, industry partnerships, and the latest breakthrough in computing. This will be a truly top-tier education option for the people. It will be strictly non-political, and there will be no wokeness or jihadism allowed. None of that's going to be allowed. Most importantly, the American Academy will compete directly with the existing and very costly four-year university system by granting students degree credentials that the U.S. government and all federal contractors will henceforth recognize. The Academy will award the full and complete equivalent of a bachelor's degree. In addition, to help the 40 million Americans who have some college education but no degree, the American Academy will grant credit for past coursework at legacy institutions and give you the chance to complete your education at the American Academy for free and much more quickly than is now possible or available. This will be a revolution in higher education and will provide life-changing opportunities for tens of millions of our citizens. Enjoy it, learn from it, and thank you.
Yo, what the fuck? Yo, ain't no way. Ain't no. I mean, hold on. By taxing the large endowments of private universities plagued by anti-Semitism. So basically, what he's saying is he is going to tax universities into oblivion, so then he can monopolize. Yeah, I believe that's the word. Monopolize education under the federal government, and then give people degrees from this university that only exists because of those endowments. But if they stop having endowments to tax, then how is the American university going to be funded? Because you've taxed them all into oblivion and you basically removed the incentive for anybody to even go to those institutions besides sports. Like what does that even look like? Does anybody on his team think like beyond the surface level? Like that's not going to be good at all. At all. There's not even enough money there to fund it. You want to fund free education for everybody through taxing private universities into the ground. And then when you run out of that, who are you going to collect this money from? They're going to control. He's trying to. Not only are they trying to change and control the education on the lowest level, on the highest level, they're trying to basically box out these universities and make sure nobody learns anything but what they want you to learn. Next thing you know, they're going to be blocking access to websites that have the information. That can't be real.